What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. AuzSOME here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day, or not, depending on where you're at, but I hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto, to talk more about where we're at. Things are looking pretty good in terms of our shorts. However, news of the day, probably the biggest news of the day, is definitely going to be the Judge Torres ruling for the XRP or Ripple SEC case. A lot of us were a little disappointed with the ruling for Judge Torres here. Some people obviously here on X, if you've been following this on X, some people weren't surprised by the ruling. Some people were expecting this to be the ruling for Judge Torres with XRP. Others are a little bit more disappointed. However, we've been shorting XRP through our margin and our leverage here. So people that actually were on that since Monday probably made out pretty good on that negative news. The question is that where's the bottom? Are we going to see a bottom? Are we going to go down even further? We'll definitely talk about all the indicators here on the stream today. But before I jump into everything I want to say what's up to the A-Team. We got Airset in the house. Crypto Keeper Joel, what's going on, my guy? We got Tim Shea. We got the Mayor of Crypto in the house here. We got Brevden. What's up, man? We got Saravana. What's going on? It's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. We got, Crypto Keeper Joel. Good to see you, man. Evan, what's up, bud? We got Richard. Z Goals in the house here. Bill. Deb, what's up, Deb? We got Richard Kohler in the house here. We got Frankfurt. Good to see everyone here. Paul. Chenzo. We got Adam L. Adam L, what's up, man? Authentic, Chipper, Brodick, Clifton, Frigid, Alexi. Good to see everyone here. We got Legal in the house here. What's up, Legal? We got my guy, Legal. Got the Border Patrol in the house here. Appreciate you guys. We're over here on TikTok as well. Thank you guys so much for joining over here on TikTok. Good to see everyone here as well. 808 Mimis, what's up? What's up? Xander, what's up, Xander? I'm seeing Xander, man. Moist Mike. Good to see everyone, man. Paul, the one and only. Hell yeah, the one and only, dude. That's my the one and only, dude, is my that is my fantasy football name for like the last 20 years, the one and only. That is awesome. Pulled my earrings from your XRP call, pulled your earnings from the XRP call and moved them back into Axel. Okay. Hey, yeah, we're making some moves right now. The market's going to be up and down. We've obviously have some more shorts out there that we'll talk about. But before we jump into that, let's actually jump into what the market is showing us today. As you guys can see, the cryptocurrency market is coming down just slightly. You can see we're down about 0.24% right now. The volume's come down significantly, almost 10% down in terms of volume right now. Fear and greed, this was at 72 yesterday, and then it went to 64. Now it's at 50. It's literally neutral, like right in the middle. People are going, which way do we go? Are we shorting? Are we longing? What are we looking at here? And so there's just a lot of uncertainty in the markets right now. But you can see right now that the S&P 500 is literally doing phenomenal today, up almost 350 points on the day. This thing is almost breaking its all-time highs. If that was the Dow, was 341. The Dow's up 40, and the Nasdaq's up 147. But as you guys know, the S&P 500 is almost about to break its all-time high. This thing was like literally inches away, sitting here around roughly 6,133. The record right now is sitting up here at 6,146, somewhere in that ballpark. So I mean, we're right on the verge of the S&P 500 hitting all-time highs. So I mean, you couldn't be more excited about that. You also have Bitcoin. Bitcoin's actually been holding up really, really strong. ETH and Bitcoin have been holding very, very strong at these levels, even though indicators are telling us that we should be shorting the market. We should be shorting these because technically we're definitely overpurchased. The market's definitely high on both Ethereum and Bitcoin, but they continue to stay the course. They continue to flatten out at the top of the relative strength index. And, we do expect there to be a pullback, just don't know when, right? Is it 24 hours from now? Is it 48 hours from now? Are we going to see a liquidation event like we saw yesterday where ETH goes all the way back up to 25.15, where we see Bitcoin go back to 108? Are we going to see some events like that? That could happen. You're playing with fire. If you're shorting these, you're definitely playing with fire. So just be aware of that. But let's jump into the big thing here, in that Judge Torres has denied Ripple and the SEC joint motion for the ruling here. And as you guys can see, this definitely sets some waves across the XRP army, sets some waves across just crypto. And people were pretty disappointed with the ruling here, as to why this happened. However, really good things out here. You had Stuart, who is obviously the head of legal for Ripple, came out and said, with this, the ball's back in our court. The court gave us two options: dismiss our appeal challenging the findings on historic institutional sales, or press forward with the appeal. Stay tuned. Either way, XRP's legal status as not a security remains unchanged. In the meantime, it's business as usual. And that's probably one of the best responses you could probably put out there. But the big question is why, right? Why did this happen? Why did Judge Torres decide to deny the ruling here? And that's probably been one of the biggest ones out here. as to people, turning this down, or like, why did she rule against it? And the biggest reasons why is because she just said, hey, I don't want you to fast track this. I don't think this is the proper channel to do so. I think you need to go back through the appeal process to get it back on my lap. Like, I'm not going to fast track this for you. That's basically what it came down to. And she denied that, right? So that's what she denied here. And Watcher Guru put out a pretty good article on this if you want to get into the weeds of it. But really, when it says right here, the decision by judge to dismiss the Ripple case requested the end of mutual case prematurely was a blow to the current XRP Ripple case. District Judge TORRES rejected both parties' joint request, and this means the Ripple settlement rejected scenario continues. A lot of people are like, well, what does this actually mean? And it says Judge TORRES' Ripple SEC request is straightforward order that closes the door on early resolution. That's all it is. It's just to close the door on early resolution. The court's decision means that the lawsuit will proceed through the standard legal channels rather than an expedited procedure. So now that it's basically kicked the can down the road once more. Seems like we constantly kick the can down the road when it comes to this, and it's just sucks. And you can see right here the foregoing reasons the party's motion for an indicative ruling is denied. And it says that basically they got to go back through the court process and that she wasn't going to take the shortcuts. That's basically what it came down to. And so, like it says, business as usual. There's nothing like really that means like what's going forward here is that they're going to continue to appeal this, take it to the proper channels now versus the speedy. We're hoping for a speedy resolution, but it sounds like it's not, which means that we're probably going to be kicking the can down into late 2025 into early 2026, which is definitely not what we want, right? If you're following this whole XRP Ripple thing. One positive thing here, right? I guess we're going to find all these negative things about what's going on with the Judge TORRES ruling here. And knowing that we're just going to go on to business as usual, like Stuart said, Ripple is partnering with Wormhole. I don't know if you guys know what Wormhole is. Wormhole is a big part of crypto, dude. It's been one of the biggest bridges out there for mostly any chain. I mean, anyone that's been in crypto for a while knows Wormhole, knows what it's been able to do. And now that they're partnering with Wormhole, this brings multi-chain interoperability to the XRPL, including, you have the EVN side chains. You could be doing BNB, Solana. There's so many other chains that can now be moved across the XRPL, basically. So this integration is actually really, really big. I think this is probably one of the biggest news out there. I get that the whole ruling with Judge TORRES is out there and all that stuff, but this is actually very, very positive for Ripple. And so I think this is something we should look at. I mean, honestly, like the whole Judge TORRES thing sucks, but it's not going to like deteriorate anything that I got going on with XRP, right? XRP is still killing it for us. XRP is still doing its thing. I don't think this is going to put us back. The only thing that's going to put us backwards on is potentially for the ETF that we're hoping for, which still is on the table. Just because this hasn't come through doesn't mean that an ETF couldn't launch. Like we're not saying that. I think an ETF still could launch. This could potentially cause some ripples, no pun intended, as to whether an IPO opens up later this year. So that could actually throw a little bit of a wrench into that. But as far as ETF goes, I don't think it's going to. Good thing there isn't more stuff to trade out there. There's a lot more stuff to trade, more time to load up on the bag. Yeah, if you're buying the dip. What the hell is Oscar live streaming saying major crypto announcement? I have no idea, dude. Maybe there's a major crypto announcement. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. But that's really what it comes down to with the Judge TORRES thing. There's so much other bullish news out there. Dude, this is great, by the way. Just want to throw this out here. Coinbase is going to be launching the perpetual style crypto futures in the US on July 21st. This is big for crypto, dude. So as you guys know, Coinbase stopped their perpetual trading, and they've had perpetuals in other countries, but they never had it here in the United States, at least from what I remember. As you guys know, the United States has been like really big on cracking down on perpetual trading here. So this is going to be really big for Coinbase. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of people are going to be trading on Coinbase for these perpetuals, just like we're doing with BTCC right now. We've been killing it on BTCC with our margins trading right now. Today, a lot of us locked in, dude. I couldn't believe how much profit was being made off the A team this morning. Insane, dude. You guys were posting how much you guys were making in the profit loss section. Dude, you guys are killing it. Absolutely killing it. Dude, we all are, right? I think today, we're cashing out some pretty good amount of money on our shorts on some of these things, and we're gonna definitely buy. This is gonna come down. We're gonna buy the dip on this. We're gonna put our longs in, and we're gonna ride it back up. That's exactly what we're gonna do. And so far, we've been very successful. You guys knew that we put shorts in last week, then we put longs in, then we put shorts in, then we put longs in. It's worked out really, really nicely over the last probably 2-3 weeks. So things are looking pretty damn good. Thanks so much for the gifted over here, Crypto Woo Woo. Yeah, what's up, everyone over here? More XRP dips than powder. Yeah, I get you, dude. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to keep up. Definitely could be hard to keep up. Ripple could paint their building different color, and Oscar would say, "You guys are going in hard on Oscar." I can't wait to. I can't watch him anymore. Thank you, Andrew B. You're good. What's up, Tobias? Good to see you, man. We got RPM in the house here. The SEC give the ETF a go just in good faith? Probably. I mean, it's up to the SEC. It's not up to the courts to make that ruling. So, but good news on the Coinbase perpetuals. Another great thing here is the Director of Digital Assets says the U.S. is committed to passing a crypto market structure legislation by September. So we're looking in Q4 to pass some crypto legislation, right? Not just the stablecoin, not just the Genius Act, but also some legislation in regards to crypto market structure. Like this could be phenomenal for crypto. I mean, this is talk about some breaking news. I mean, that's what we want to see. Again, September, October, those are kind of like the days where those are the dates that, like, if you're not in crypto, I don't know what the hell you're doing. That's kind of where I've always been. So if you're on the sidelines, definitely do not wait into Q4 when everything starts to rally. Try to get ahead of it. That's the biggest thing. Try to get ahead of it. Right here, I wanted to put this out here, dude. So what's crazy about this is we have the big beautiful bill out here. As you guys know, there's a new spending bill out there. This is going, this is going to have to be approved by the Senate, the House. It's going to have to be then signed into law by President Trump. However, there is some really crazy statistics here in regards to what this is going to do. Take it for what it is. I just want to deliver the news on this because I do think it's important that we actually talk about this. So as you can see right here, the U.S. debt to GDP ratio could soar to a 218% over the next 30 years under the new spending bill, which is the big, beautiful bill. It says this would occur if the bill were made permanent and interest rates stayed near current levels, according to this estimate. It said that scenario would add a whopping $55 trillion to the federal debt by the end of 2054. Like, we would literally go bankrupt. The United States would go bankrupt. It says, as written, the big beautiful bill is expected to increase the public debt by 15 trillion, pushing the debt to GDP ratio to 172%. If made permanent, the bill would raise total debt by 31 trillion, driving the ratio to 190%. The U.S. is on an increasingly unsustainable physical path, even with this big, beautiful bill that's going to be passed out here. So as much as everyone was, for less spending with the government, for sort of, bringing out Doge and the government efficiency and all that kind of stuff, realize that these spending bills, regardless of how you feel about it, are going to have long-term effects on the U.S. That's basically what it is. So when everyone says, are we going to fall out of this 4-year cycle? We will never fall out of the 4-year cycle, because the 4-year cycle is based off the debt cycle, and we'll continue to add debt to our we'll continue to add debt to our own ledger. That's basically what it comes down to. We're going to add debt to our own ledger here, and we'll always be on a 4-year cycle because of this debt. So I want to put that out there, which makes it easy for a lot of us here. Everyone, tap your screens. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hell yeah. Thanks, Austin. No problem, bud. Sold my Doge for H bar and quant. Okay. If you take a 5x long and believe in the long run, the token will go up in value. Would this be a safe leverage trading, taking consideration dips? Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on how much money you're willing to put out there, right? If you put $10,000 on a 3 to 5x long, I would definitely try to time it out before I did it. But I mean, like, I wouldn't go long the market right now. I mean, we can go actually look at the indicators. Like, the indicators are not saying to long the market, but I mean, yeah, you technically could. I mean, I don't think you're going to get liquidated if you were to do that. We could play that out. But yeah, people were doing that all the time. I think a guy who was it in Discord that said if they had $25,000, what would you do with it? But yeah, people do that all the time, man. Look at James Wynn, dude. James Wynn has what, $120 million on a short on BTC, and he came out and said, hey, BTCC is going to hit all-time highs, but in the meantime, for the next 3 months or 2 months, I'm shorting it because everything is saying that BTCC is going to come that BTC is going to come down. And it is true. I mean, Bitcoin is going to come down. We saw the indicators. We see it right here live. I showed it yesterday. I'll show it again today. Ethereum and Bitcoin are definitely over purchased on the weekly, right? On the weekly, it's over purchased, which is a huge, like, if you're in doubt, zoom out moment. Like, just look at that, zoom out and look at on the weekly chart. And that'll tell you a lot about where that goes. And we do know that is eventually going to come back down and be under purchased. And then we're going to rally to the next levels. I mean, that's just simple as what it is. So if it were me, I would wait for those indicators to come down, cross over the 20% on the RSI, and then consider jumping in so that I'm not stressing over it coming back. If we have an alt season in July and August, what's your H bar price prediction at end of August? I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's tough to say, dude. It really is. How these markets are going to play out. If the rates come down, if we get a rate cut in July, we're probably going to be setting ourselves up pretty. We're probably going to start to rally a little bit back, and then probably that's going to bring us right into September. We'll have a little bit of sell off going into September, and then right here in October, do we have a potential to have a bounce back? And I mean, that's hopefully where another rate cut comes. And right now, this big beautiful bill that they're trying to pass is probably going to be right around the end of Q3 into Q4 if they do pass it. So, I mean, there's probably a lot of potential out there. Great swings for both is how you make money. Yeah, you got to swing trade, dude. If you're not swing trading right now, I don't know what you're doing. Again, you don't have to go all crazy. You don't have to do this crazy amount of money. You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff, dude. But I mean, it's been game changing, for a lot of people. So, and if you don't know how to do it, you got to figure it out. I asked this past, but haven't gotten an answer on Coinbase. If I buy crypto and the price is always 0.01 to 0.3 cents more than the actual price, do I need to go to advanced? Yeah, dude, definitely be trading. Don't be trading on Coinbase Basic, dude. If you're trading on Coinbase Basic, that's basically for really, really new people, newbies, right? People that are just introducing to crypto. They're literally stealing money from you. That's what it comes down to. In all reality, they are taking money from you because they are it's off by a lot more than 3 cents. Sometimes it's off by 10 cents. Sometimes it's off by 15 cents. They're literally taking advantage of you. I swear. You got to go over to the advanced side. Put in a limit order. Do not buy it on the market either. The market orders will eat you up too. So put it on a limit order. Be patient. Let that thing come down and actually hit the numbers that you want it to hit. So just please do that. But yeah, that's what you got to do, man. I keep seeing this dude on a podcast and talk shows about 1K to 2K per XRP. Damn. I mean, who knows? Good afternoon, Austin. The money will come. A little off topic, go watch that final from last year, and in 5 minutes, you can see the player's position is so much. Oh, yeah, Ian, dude, the soccer is so much different, right? From 2 months ago, literally 2 months ago to now, crazy difference. You know what I mean? Coinbase, I appreciate you watching that too, Ian. Thank you so much, man. I can imagine the frustration watching now. Big time, dude. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for your insight too. Coinbase Basic is Coinbase for Dummies. Yeah, it really is, dude. You got to get out of the habit of purchasing on Coinbase. Go to Coinbase Advanced. Go to Binance.us. Go somewhere else if you're going to do it because there's just better ways to do that. Here's another thing I want to put out here. This is in regards to the GDP. So realize that right now we are actually in Q1 of 2025 going into Q2. We're at lows that we haven't seen since 2022 of Q1 in 2022. But realize that last time we hit that, we had a nice little bounce back here. So what I'm trying to say here is that, again, if we look at the past history of things and we look at where we're going or trying to project, because that's all we're trying to do is just project. Right now we're actually, I mean, this is not good in terms of a chart. However, we do know that although we're down, the chances of us getting back up in a rally here is pretty good. So as much as we're down right now, and based off consumer spending and things like that, realize that's probably going to come around. So like it says right here, the U.S. Q1 2025 GDP was revised down by 0.3 percentage points to a negative 0.5%, confirming the first quarterly contraction since Q1 of 2022. Like that's technically not good, right? So personal consumption was revised lower by 0.7 percentage points to a plus 0.5%, making this the weakest quarter since the 2020 pandemic. That's insane. This also marked the second downward revision from the negative 0.5 percentage points revision on May 29th. As a result, consumer spending contributes to just 0.3% of the GDP, down from the 1.214. Meanwhile, the core PCE price index was revised up by 0.1 percentage point. So tariffs are shifting the U.S. economy. That's meaning that tariffs are actually impacting negatively the U.S. economy. Now, I get short-term pain for long-term gains. It has always been the discussion. But you can see right now that we are down, but we realize that even when we're down, if you zoom out and look back, we typically will bounce back nicely after this. So again, going into Q3, end of Q3 into Q4, things are going to look pretty damn nice. I just have a feeling based off everything we're seeing here. Coinbase is terrible exchange. You think so? I like Coinbase. I mean, I think Coinbase is good. You just gotta be aware of what they do. I do advanced. Nice. Yeah, you got to do advanced. If XRP is to settle transactions, it would make sure that there will be a massive buying spree. Yeah, I think it's going to be used for that scenario for sure. So okay, let's jump into some of our shorts here. So as you guys can see, I did enter I did enter into a Solana short a little bit before stream here. I didn't have time to post it in Discord, but I did enter into a Solana short up about 27% on the Solana short. I did enter into a Ethereum short up about 4%, about $20 on that one. And then I did enter into another BTC, another Bitcoin short here, sitting around about $24 down. Nothing too crazy on that one. However, yesterday's shorts from last night's stream, we bought into Link. We are shorting Link right now. We're up about almost 14%, which again is like small $20. And then we also were shorting BTCC. We put in roughly about a 50. This is a 50x leverage, sitting around $214 is what the margin was, and we're down about $5. So we've actually made it through this one pretty good. 50x leverage. We kind of gambled on that one, so something to realize that again. You don't want to overextend yourself here. This one, haven't really overextended myself, but we'll continue to watch it. We got Shannon coming in hot with the $10 super chat. Shannon, my guy, thanks so much. Appreciate you a ton for the $10 super chat. You are fantastic, man. As always. Thank you so much. Thank you, Austin. Just put a limit order at 205 for one of my XRP long bags. Yeah. So again, we were buying our XRP today. We were shorting XRP. I hit my number. I hit my profit. I hit my take profits. As you guys can see, oh crap, I just got out of it. I did have a take profits at 212. What I put at 212.5, I think is where I put it at. It's sitting around 211.38. So it's come down since I've taken my profits. And now the goal is to wait for this to settle down. Some people are thinking that we can get into this 205 range, which would be right in the middle of a fair value gap on the 12-hour here. You can see that the 12-hour is still over purchased. We're starting to come down on the relative strength index here. One thing you got to be careful of here is that you got to be careful on this 12-hour. We have it's very common for this to double peak right here. Look at that. We double topped here. We double topped here, double topped here, double topped here. I mean, dude, literally since April, we doubled it. Again, twice in April. Twice in May, once in May, once in June already that we've doubled up here. Now wait for this to come back down. Hopefully we come back down to, like you said, maybe 205's in play there. 205's at the bottom of this fair value gap here. We could probably draw. I think I did draw a new fib on this one, didn't I? Nope, I didn't. Let's draw a new fib on this one just for fun. Let me get rid of this one. Let's do this one. Let me get rid of this one here real quick. Let's just do for fun here on a new fib over this timeline right here. So yeah, I mean, we're down to the 382 level right here. Looking at this, so we're actually in a pretty big fall right now. It did hit the middle of this at 209. It could come down and hit this 0.5. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked based off where the 12 is. The 4 usually tends to hang around the bottom here. You can see we're at the bottom. We usually tend to hang around for about. Let's see, that was Tuesday to Wednesday, almost 2 days there. That was Friday to Saturday, going into Sunday. That was almost 2.5 days there. So, I mean, we came down here on Wednesday, right around Thursday. So we've hit the bottom here. So we're down. We're going to be down here till probably Friday morning, which is tomorrow morning, right? 24 hours from now. We could be in this little level down here. So this could come down, hit this 0.5. It could definitely hit right here at the top of this fair value gap at 205. But I mean, anywhere between we know that there's a very strong level here at the $2 range. So I mean, even if you get in at 205 and this falls down to $2, like you're not killing yourself there, knowing that you have a potential for a nice little recovery on this. So we typically seen over the last probably 3 weeks now that going into the weekends have been very almost like clockwork, dude. Going into the weekends, we seem to go into a basically red. So we'll go into a red Friday, into a red Saturday, and then we start to pull out of this on Sunday, and then into Monday and Tuesday, we seem to have nice rallies, and then we flip the script. And that seems to be what's been going on for the last, 2-3 weeks now. And a lot of us have made a killing off of it. So yeah, it's been good, dude. Yeah, thank you. And again, Shannon, thanks so much for the $10 super sticker, man. You're awesome, dude. Austin, where's fan? Have you No, she's I don't know what she's doing. I think she's with the kids right now. Now that summer's out, she kicks it with the kids. They're probably playing games or something. I do spot only and buy when I'm down, secure a win. Yeah, I mean you can do it that way too. Thanks, Austin. The screen is showing up a lot better. Oh, is it okay? I made it bigger. That's why I think I made it bigger. So that's good. But again, looking at ETH right now, we can see the ETH is now coming down on the 4-hour here. Again, looking at the averages of how long this is down there. Last time it came down was roughly right around here. It came down on a Friday, and we didn't pull out of this until a Sunday. We came down on a Tuesday. We stayed down here, or sorry, we came down on another Thursday right here. Basically stayed all the way through until about Saturday, Sunday, and we came back out. So everything is telling us that we're going to be bottoming out here again. We're already on the way down. The 12-hour is starting to work its way down again. But again, you're playing with fire here because these things have a tendency to just come down slightly and bounce back up. So even though the 4 hours at the bottom, it could stay there, and this could come all the way back down. Realize it could sometimes have hiccups in there, like we see right here, where it starts to come down, and then we have a nice little, we create another high, right? Come down, hit a low, and then we hit another high, and then we come down. So sometimes you got to have patience, right? This would be roughly about a from let's see, Saturday all the way until about Saturday, about 7-day hold. And so sometimes you got to have that patience to do that, right? Manage your liquidations. Make sure you don't overextend yourself with your margin to where you don't get liquidated. It's that simple. And as long as you can stomach the ups and downs of this, you'll do just fine. And like I said, you'll secure more wins than losses when it comes to it. So I can't get my leverage settings off of cross and onto isolated on BTC. So Jeremy, what you got to do is you got to go over here, bud. Go over up here where it says Futures Pros on here. And when you go over to it, there's a little section over here that says cross and isolated. Just go over on there. And if you're on your app, there's a section on there that says cross and isolated as well. So you got to go from cross to isolated, but it has to be under the Futures Pros, Perpetual Futures Pro. It's not under, if you're under the Perpetual Futures, you can't do it under there. You got to go under the Pro section of it. Okay. Whatever it takes to Jerome Powell to get replaced. I just don't see him getting replaced. I think that's just a lot of talk. I mean, it replaced. I think he's going to finish his term, dude. But I mean, maybe they vote him out. Now the stream looks like it's for old people. It does, dude. Trust me, my big screen over here. I got a big screen right here, and when I blew it up, it was like, holy crap. But you know, whatever we can do to do that. See someone post ETH hits a death cross. Haven't checked it myself. We can take a look to see if it's hit a death cross here. Well, it definitely hasn't hit a death cross on the 12-hour. It could have been on the 4-hour that they're looking at here. I mean, yeah, technically based off indicators here, you could say that whenever the 50 moving average moves across the 100 and the 200, you go into a death cross. But that death cross happened way over here on Saturday. And then we're trying to build back out of it. So that death cross happened over here. But the 12-hour, there's been no death cross here. There's been no death cross here. This thing is actually just came back through and actually hit a golden cross right here. So we'll have to monitor that one. The day chart, you know, again, it's still trying to build out of this, right? So the golden cross is going to happen when the 50 actually crosses back over the 100-day right here, and we start to move back up. So, or sorry, that's actually the 200-day. So you can see right now that way back over here, when this actually happens, we have a pretty big fall. So realize that when the 50 actually crosses on the day chart, when the 50 actually crosses back over, that's really the death cross. Pull it back on the days and that's when you really know you're going to have some fallout. Don't do it so close. That must be our projections of when that's going to happen. So, Xander, thanks so much for gifting one membership to the A team. If Xander gifted you a membership, please say thank you. And that one new member, welcome to the A team. We have Bitcoin, ETH, or a lot, but altcoins being punished. Yeah, altcoins are being punished right now. Let the North Koreans buy the XRP bags. We've been in, no problem, Jeremy. We've been in a Bitcoin season for 5 years. It's been doing well. Okay, Alabama Constitutional Crusader. All right. Yeah, and there's a lot of different indicators to look at here. You can see, I mean, even the day right now, the build out on Ethereum is nicely on the day, right? The day is actually looking really good for Ethereum. So that's where I said you're trading. If you're shorting with fire right now, because again, you're trying to catch this fair value gap down here at 360, 356, but realize that the day chart's still building up here. So anytime that the day chart's built up, you can see we've done very well, right? Anytime that the day chart starts to build up, we do well. So realize that the day chart is trying to build out of this. So we could come down, touch this, and then build back out. It's a short term. I mean, you're playing with fire on these shorts right now, based off the day chart indicator. But if you're looking at the 12-hour, realize that over the next probably 24 to 48, probably close to 24 hours, that's where we're hoping to take some profits again on a shorter hold here. So at least that's what I'm looking at. You know, to each our own on how we want to view it. Bitcoin, same way, right? Bitcoin, the day chart's actually starting to become over purchase here. You can see the day chart usually hits about 98. We're at 91. So this could still come back up here. Like I said, we're hoping that here in the next 24 to 4, like probably 24 hours, total 24 hours, that we come down, we hit like this level of like 105, maybe 105, 104. And then it continues to maybe build back out. And then we play the game again. I mean, that's what we're trying to do here. Drummer's Cup America slowly going up. He's not the most exciting, but he's actually done a lot for our economy going up. He makes plans, but then King says something stupid. I just want the rates to go down. That's all I care about. The rates are, you know, we got to protect. America's got to protect themselves for their own best interest when it comes to rates, right? They don't want to. We're all paying a substantial amount of money in taxes to accommodate for the interest rate. You know, us taxpayers are paying the interest on our debt, and so by doing that, we're paying more interest. So I just want to see the interest rates come down. People can refinance their houses. People can buy houses. People can buy cars. Our economy will actually do a lot better when the interest rates come down. However, like I said, I mean, there is a backside to it, is that if you lower them significantly, you could hurt the economy as well. Close my short when it hit 209. Hell yeah, dude. You see my question, Jimmy Rocks. I did not. Do you have to pay the $300 to do everything you do on BTCC, or is it just saving you the cost of trade? I believe. When you say you pay the $300 to do everything you do on BTC, what do you mean $300, bro? When you say pay the $300, I don't know what that means. Would it be good to sell the profits of my BTC and rebuy after we dip, since we are expecting to short anyways? What would increase my amount, but I'm concerned with the fees? Yeah, would it be good to sell the profits of my BTC and rebuy after we dip? If you're trying to rebuy and buy the long, yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, I would just buy and reflip it. The BTCC $300 payment just saves you money on your trades. Is that what it does? No, the $300 payment, that you don't have to do $300 at all, dude. That's just basically you get 10% back. So I think what you're asking is on my what is it? If you're going to sign up through BTCC, there is what do they require? $500. I think it's $500. Deposit $500 and you get 10% back. So if you deposit $500, you're gonna get $50 to trade with. If you deposit $1,000, you'll get $100 to trade with. So like that's basically what it is. They give you money to trade with. So like I said, a guy like almost a month ago now, he put like $10,000 in. They gave him $1,000 to trade, and he's just traded with that $1,000, and he's made all his money off the $1,000. He moved his $10,000 back to Coinbase. For the app, you should talk about BTC. Oh, for the pro app, you talk about on BTC. Oh no, you don't have to pay for that at all, bro. Yeah, you don't have to pay for that at all, dude. Oh, unless you're talking about trading. Unless you're talking about this right here, this trading view. We keep the shorts open or closing them. I think right. I mean, I just opened my shorts. Well, some of them I've opened them. I mean, Solana's up about $25 right now. Ethereum's up like $5. BTC's down on my shorts. My Chainlink's up, and my other BTC 50x long is still down. So, I mean, there's still going to be some potential moments. Potential moments where this where we see this come back. So, I'll move this down. Damn it, I hate when it does that shit. And so you can let's go to the 12-hour here. Like I said, the 12-hour is telling us a lot. The 12-hour is telling us a lot. I mean, we usually stay up here, and this thing is almost, it's at 99, dude, on Bitcoin right now. It's sitting at 99. It's been sitting at 99 for roughly, I mean, dude, this is almost there. So, dude, to each our own on where we're at with this, but I mean, personal income, yeah. We got core. What is it? Core tomorrow. core PCE price index is tomorrow. And then yeah, the jobs openings and the manufacturing, it'll still be interesting to see. But right now, I mean, everything's telling us a short. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Everything's kind of telling us a short. I had a feeling that the 200 EMA was gonna fold. Yeah, did the EMA fold on you? Which chart, dude? I had a feeling. Yeah, it's all good. What's the newest XRP? What's the newest XRP news? Just Judge Torres denied the appeal. So they were trying to fast track it to a settlement with the SEC and Ripple case. However, she denied it and said that she wants them to go back through the court process, which just means more taxpayers' dollars has to go into this because obviously we fund the SEC. It's just really lame. But Stewart, who's the chief legal officer, came out and basically said this is business as usual. We'll continue to push and continue to do well. So, I mean, take it for what it is, but that's kind of where it's at. For XRP, I was looking at the 4 hour. Okay. Yeah, so Bitcoin's looking like it's going to fall. Ethereum in the same boat. The only thing with Ethereum here that you got to, like I said, you're playing with a little bit of fire here, and I wanted to point this out here, is that right now we're sitting about roughly 93% on the relative strength index here. When you start to go back and you look on the 4 hour, I think it was the 4 hour I was looking at. Or no, maybe it was the 12 hour. We don't stay up here too often, but when we do, we have nice little rallies, right? So you can see right here that this thing actually peaked out at 99. We haven't hit 99 yet, but when this does, we tend to have these nice little rallies. Same with here. When it hits the 99 marker, we have these nice little rallies. But if we don't hit that, then we have these like very little falls right here. Here's another one right here where we come up here and we have this fall and we kind of go flat right here. So just, again, you're playing with fire if you're going to be putting shorts in here. So Austin, what will hit $1 before H-bar or XLM? I mean, XLM is a little bit higher than H-bar. I mean, even right now, I think XLM is what, like 26 cents. What is XLM? Where's my XLM? 23 cents, 23.5. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be she won't prejudge. I feel this is a shakeout. Probably is a shakeout. It's a good call. Ripple should pay through the front door, and SEC should give them the money back through the back door. I think it has a lot to do with them. They're still trying to figure out whether they're security or not. That was a big issue. Time is everything. The real agenda is the end of central banking. This is bigger than Ripple and the SEC. They're just the trigger. I get what you're saying, Paul. Really what it comes down to, Gary Gensler really pissed off Judge Torres, and she's like, I'm so sick of this case. I'm so sick of all the time and energy I had to put into it, and I just want it to go away. So just take it back through the appeals process so I don't think about it for another year, and then come up and hit me when we come to a final decision. Like, that's kind of how I feel. Torres coin down 99%. What's up, Selmo? We got Selmo Fud in the house here. We got Griff. Do you plan on opening another H-bar short? Good question. Probably not, dude. Even though it's coming down, I hit my stop loss on this and sold my short. Again, I put it roughly around, like, I think it was 14. I'd have to look, but I think it was like roughly 14.4 something, which is right in the middle of this fair value gap here on the 12. But I mean, the 12 hours telling us we're coming down. We definitely have some momentum on this downward trend right now. We're at the bottom of the 12 hour or the 4 hour. So, I mean, like, again, we could have a rally back. It could be down here for another, I don't know, 2-3 days. It could sit down here at the bottom, right? Just like it did over here as well. I mean, it sat down here for roughly 2 days. Sat down here for roughly a day and a half. Roughly 2 days here. So, I mean, we're already down here, hit here around, what was that, around Thursday. So today around 1 a.m. So, I mean, Friday we're going to probably see a nice little turnaround here. So this could come down a little bit more. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's definitely been a little rough. H-bar has been really hard to track. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's see here. Austin, I saw the Ethereum on Tron that billions of dollars are moving money on charts. Not sure what it is. It's interesting, Jimmy. I have to look into that. I proudly can say I learned how to read the MACD. Yeah, the MACD, everyone has their own indicators to look at. This is the moving average, uh, convergent divergence here. So you can see it's starting to trend down, right? Anytime you break through the zero here, we're definitely on a downward trend. So it came up, hit its peak up here. It's on its downward here. And usually when you start to track that, you can see that we're definitely, I mean, this is a H bar right now. But yeah, you can see last time we peaked out up here, we came down. I mean, we were down here from June 13th all the way until June 23rd down below this. And usually you can see that we spend about, when this goes back above, we spend about roughly, dude, we spend about 2 weeks down and below, right? So yeah, again, everyone has their own indicators. People, some people like these things, some people don't. There's so many ways you can look at this. Again, I kind of keep it simple. I use EMA, so you can see my levels right here. Like for my 10, you can see here's my settings. So you can see it's an EMA, but I got a smoothing method of an SMA. So with a length of 5. So those are how I do it. And I got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 75, but I only look at the 50, 100, and 200. So each of them are different. But yeah, I got a SMA of 5 lengths. So that's kind of how I do my EMAs. H bar has definitely become a bag only asset for me. I'm too scared to day trade it anymore right now. Yeah, the day trading on it's been tough. It's almost become like this meme. It's been very hard to track, to be honest with you. It's been really hard to track. So yeah, they don't want to retail to succeed. They don't. No one wants retail to succeed. It's hard. It's hard to trade in retail. You need multiple indicators to agree. Any one indicator on its own is useless. Yeah. The whole point is to take like the indicators that you want to use. Like I said, I use very basic indicators that I try to line up. Sometimes those indicators are mixed, right? Sometimes those indicators are, sometimes you're like, crap, dude. I mean, Trump blew up the market. We bombed Israel and Iran and Israel went at it. Kind of messed up some of the indicators. But I mean, you try to align them to give you a better idea of when to enter or exit a trade. That's all it is. And the more that the indicators align, the better chance you have at winning that trade. That's what it comes down to. And people say it's a science. It's really just trying to look at trends the most. That's all it is. What the heck are shorts and longs? Don't have time to study crypto, so I just buy low as possible each week and purchase things on the green days. Yeah, but you're spending so much more money, Charlie. So shorts and longs, the reason why shorts and longs are so nice, like I said, you can just go click on, if you're new to this, dude, I'm being honest with you, just go click the BTCC link in up here. It's a pinned video link. Just click on there, and you don't have to just do the demo. Just at least go through the demo side of it so you have a better understanding of what this is. And what it allows you to do, it allows you to leverage at a lower position. So like you could use like $100. And then you can do like a 20x, and now that $100 basically becomes $2,000, and you can then go buy $2,000 worth of whatever, whatever crypto or whatever you want, whatever asset you want. And so, right now, if you're going to be doing spot trading, you got to upfront the $2,000 to then go put it out there on the spot. You're paying all these fees for it. So again, this is just a little bit different to leverage trading, just a little bit different. And if you're doing isolated, it makes it so much easier. Isolated is nice. Yeah, the whole XRP thing, dude, is that Judge Torres denied and wants him to go back through the channels of the appeal process. They tried to fast track it through Judge Torres, and she said, "Nope, I'm not doing it. Go back through the channels." So that's basically what it comes down to. Need me one of those damn ginger shots. Yeah, I'm a little congested today for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Most people fail to zoom out enough first to read the board before zooming in and using indicators. Yeah, I say it all the time, dude. When in doubt, zoom out. That will really give you a good idea of like where things are going in the long term. And when I'm talking long term, I'm talking like anywhere from 7 days to a month. I mean, that's kind of what we want, right? I always talk to you guys about, I try to stay in a trade for like 72 hours, right? A 3-hour window or a 3-day window. Sometimes it could be more, sometimes it could be less. But yeah, you're really trying to pull out. I'm not trying to do the 1 minute, 5 minute. I'm not trying to scalp. Like, nah, don't do any of that kind of stuff. It's too stressful. I try to say, okay, this is where I think it's going to go based off where these things are lining up, and in 3 days we'll see where it's at. So it's not over. No, it's not over, dude. Yeah, it's not over. They got to go back through the appeal process, which is probably a good thing. It allows them to put some new precedents out there. You haven't messed with HBAR in a while. Oh god, what's your favorite day trading crypto? We just do we do XRP a lot. Ethereum, Solana. Shoot, I'm freaking shorting Bitcoin right now. I mean, yeah, it's. Wish my main account was successful as my demo account on BTCC. Bill, that's actually pretty funny. I've been busy sourcing shit for this new show I'm working on, keeping an eye out for the show. Oh, gotcha. Secrets of the Bunny Ranch on AE. Damn, is that really the props and show? Wow, that's pretty badass. That's pretty cool. I only do isolated, but I'm about to start demo and trading with the cross. Okay, Andrew. Yeah. Keep an eye out for the show. The Bunny Ranch on AE. I did the props on that show. Oh, that's pretty cool, DP. I didn't know that. That's badass. The right rates need to go down. Yeah, the rates definitely need to go down. See many get wrecked on the 5 minute. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing 5 minute chart. There's no way I'm doing 5 minute chart stuff, dude. No way. No way, dude. I told you guys 4 hour gives me a nice little indicator, but we're really on the 12 in the day, right? 12 in the day gives us a lot of mobility as to where things are going. Gives you a pretty good idea. Like, let's just take XRP. Like, where's people think XRP is going to go to? You know, you can see this thing actually came down and hit this 209 marker, which is right in the middle of a fair value gap on the 4 hour. The great thing is if you go and you look at the 12 hour, the 12 hour is right there as well. There's a nice little big fair value gap right here. And some people are calling for this to get down to 206, which will put it right at the top of a 0.5 fib. And then some people are saying the 204, which puts us right at the bottom of a fair value gap, right above the 618. You know, you can see that the level of support right here at the 218, or sorry, the level of resistance right here at 218 is pretty high. But it's fallen through. It's broke through a lot of this support levels right here. Not only did it break through the 216 support, it broke through the 220 support. Now it broke through the 215 support. And there's not a lot of support left until you hit roughly about 204. There's another level of support right here. So this very well could fall to the 206, right? If we continue to fall. You can see right now the 12 hour is going to be coming down. And when you zoom out on this, you know for a fact that anytime the 12 hour comes back down, it does well. But you got to be careful, like I said, because it could do a double top right here. Every time it comes down, we lose about, let's just say we lose about 10%. So where are we at right now? We lose about 10%. 10% puts us at roughly, dude, that puts us right at $2. Gosh, dang, I didn't realize it was that far down. 10% puts us right at $2. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. But we technically we'll definitely, potentially come down to this $2 range, or we hold or we don't. You know what I mean? But I mean, someone's going to put a pie order in for $2, 202, 203. Some people's going to be aggressive with it, and maybe it hits, right? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you lose out. But we do know this is going to come down, and we have a potential for it to double top, like we see right here, where it comes up, then comes down, and then we bounce back up. So this is going to come down, just a matter of how far, and then we're probably going to have a rally back up here in probably roughly by Sunday, dude. By Sunday, dude. Everything's lining up for Sunday again, dude. Yeah, that's true. Laws haven't changed just because of the new administration. Didn't they learn their lesson a month ago when they tried to fast track that appeal? Yeah, I don't think they did. Do you have people join as guests to talk? I do not. Why would XRP be able to sell to investors? I get why, but if they know they can't, then what's the point? Well, I think it was because they did an IPO. They sold to investors when they did like a initial coin offering or an ICO, and that's where they got caught. They were like, because they were saying that they gave them out as securities. So that's the issue. That's what they're fighting over. Technically, you can see what's crazy is, like I told you guys, ETH right now this one's a tough one here because it hasn't reached the up here into the 99, sitting around the 93. You can see right now ETH is climbing back. So is Bitcoin. So again, if you're shorting this, you're playing with fire. Just realize that. Okay, so just realize that you're playing with fire because indicators haven't quite played out 100% yet. And we can see when this actually stays at the top for more than roughly a day, like this one right last time over here, stayed for roughly, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days before it came down. And roughly now we're up here about we're going into 3 days here. We could have a rally out of this up to, like you see right here, we had a rally before the fall came. So that could very well happen. We could go back up to, back up in here at this 250, 2556. Like that could very well happen. So just protect yourself, protect where this can go. Got to wait to see if Trump gives us bad news tomorrow before how long. Yeah. And tomorrow could be the day, right? You never know. Remember Trump saying 14 days to take a decision to Iran-Israel war, and 2 days later he drops. Well, I think that was just to be deceptive. Will Ripple be able to IPO for the company? I don't know if the IPO is going to be able to come out, but I definitely think the SEC can allow ETFs to be traded. So will Ripple be able? Yeah. You'll never know when, but it will happen quickly. Judge Torres probably stacking some XRP as we speak. Any rally will go down. What's up, Hopium Copium? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for sure. Be very interesting to see how that plays out. But XRP, like I said, I mean, right now we're definitely going to probably lose roughly anywhere from 6 to 10%. And that 10% probably puts us at 205. I pulled from the wrong one up here. It should be pulling from the height of this. I pulled from the top of this one. It should be the top of this one. So we're roughly at 205. So 205, 206 is where this could actually come down to on a 10% when this 12-hour settles down here. So, I mean, there's probably some room to short it if you want. If you're trying to scalp or do something like that, you could do it. I'm going to probably wait on the sidelines for it. I'll probably wait for this to bottom out, and then I'll probably long it. That's going to be my next plan. So, hey, Austin, will the July 14th date for ISOs do anything to XRP? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that's just outside noise. It's not necessarily anything lining up for potential rallies. You know what I mean? That's like FOMO noise. I try to not pay attention to when looking at this. Austin, you need to get your dad on the stream one day. Yeah, he's probably going to come. I was talking to him about the whole VIP section of the Discord. So as you guys know, I'm hoping to get the VIP section out on Discord out by tomorrow or Saturday. Like I said, sometime this week. I'm trying really hard. The soccer schedule that was this week kind of threw me off. Didn't realize it was going to be as bad as it was. So hoping I get it out tomorrow, if not by Saturday. I just want to make sure I have things ready in there and prepared for you guys. I want to make sure that it's actually I have the time and the energy to spend with everyone in there, because again, it's going to be more than just the Discord itself. Like it becomes more of a job versus just fun. So, I just want to make sure those things are there. Bottom out where you think one more 190. I hope not. 190. Even after this last liquidation event, we definitely came down, hit this 190. But 10% on this fall right now. If nothing, let's just say nothing crazy happens. There's no Trump indicator out of here, hurting our charts. Everything sort of just stays where it's at, and the market just does what it does. I say we fall down to 205, somewhere in that ballpark. We have a nice little bounce back. We usually bounce back, but 10%? No more than that, probably roughly 20% bounce backs. So we come back, we bounce back up to 20%. So if we go down to 205, let's just say we go down to 205 and we have a bounce back to 20%, that put us back up to 245. That very well could happen. You know what I mean? Build that next leg, and that'd be a nice little long position right there. Parenting, who knew it was taxing? Yeah, I know, right? Parenting is a whole nother deal. What is VIP Discord? Tim, it's just we're going to be just purely for margin trading. So the VIP Discord is going to open up there for anyone that wants to take basically day trading and swing trading serious. We will trade as a group, help each other out. We do a lot of that in the Discord now, but people have been asking for a separate channel in regards to it. People have been asking for just a lot more work when it comes to me explaining indicators, me explaining levels, where my trades are, posting my trades. So it just opened up a whole new door. We had Discord that's really there for the community, and then people were wanting more. And so I decided, you know what, I guess I'll give you guys more. I just never thought about it. As like I said, I do this for fun. I don't do this for a day job. I do it for my day job. I just don't do it for a job. Like I have fun doing this. I don't want to make it a job. I never wanted to make it a job. But you know, people have been asking for a while, so I just got to deliver it for them. June is usually a slow month. We're good. Yeah, it is usually a slow month. That's actually true. I appreciate you, Andrew B. Yeah, appreciate the 395 people watching. Appreciate you guys all being here hanging out. The next key procedural milestone is August 15th. All right, hope you. I got what's on August. What's August 15th? Is that the rate cuts? I haven't looked at August 15th. I need to figure out this day trading. Yeah, Evan, you just got to, like I said, just the BTCC app. It's non KYC, no VPN. It's like you just have to put in an email address. You can make up an email address, go create a new email address, and you can do that multiple times. And then just go into the demo side. Don't even put money on it. Just go into the demo side and download and play around on the demo, so you get a good you get familiar with how things work. And then if you feel comfortable doing it, then you come do it. Right? You can even come over to the Discord VIP side and just hang out there using demo mode the whole time if you wanted to. It's really up to you. I'm so exhausted with XRP. Yeah, that's what, a lot of people were exhausted, but you know what Jay-Z, just to let you know, over here on TikTok, a lot of people here on the A team were exhausted over it as well. Then a lot of them got into the perpetuals, started into the day trading of it, understanding the markets, understanding the ups and downs of the markets on the daily and on the weekly. And a lot of people are no longer exhausted with XRP because, we're able to short and long the markets with XRP. And it's been really, really nice. So a lot of us are holding XRP long-term. We have long-term bags, but we're over here also playing the markets, and that's a whole nother niche out here and something that a lot of us have jumped into. So, it definitely takes your mind off it, and it's not so exhausting. I plan on being here. I'm going to need a lot of help. I trade stocks, not crypto, but charts are here. Dude, talk about stocks, dude. You know what stock is getting absolutely obliterated right now from shorts? I bet you guys, before I even say it, I bet you guys can guess it. What stock is getting completely shorted right now? I plan on being here. Yeah, no, SEC expected to file a status report with the appeals court. Okay, that'd be nice. Still waiting on Austin to go all to, what did I say? To go all YouTuber on us and say the words "not financial advice." Count me in. Tesla. Wrong. No, it's not Tesla. It's not Tesla. It's Circle. Circle shorting is getting crazy, guys. This thing was all the way up to $300 right? This thing was up to $300. Circle hit almost $300 here on roughly, what is that? Monday. And then this thing has been getting shorted like none other, dude. This thing went all the way down to roughly 34% in a matter of like 36 hours, dude. And Circle's getting absolutely obliterated on shorts right now. Austin, what does this ruling mean for us? It just means they just got to go back to the appeal process. That's what it means, dude. It honestly doesn't do a whole lot for anything that XRP is. It just basically extends this. And one nice thing about it, so if everyone's looking at the negativity side of it, I want to put one positive thing out there, is that this allows the courts to actually set new precedents with it. Because what happened was when it went to Judge TORRES under Gary Gensler, they brought forth a bunch of things as to why she should rule, way she should rule, brought all these things in. Basically, what this allows them to do is basically go through almost like a retrial in a way and basically present as to why these are. And now you're going to have an SEC who's going to be siding with them. And so this could probably change the way a ruling is made, change the way that maybe the courts are even looking at an ICO, and rule that, hey, what Ripple did actually doesn't constitute the sales of a security. And I mean, if that precedent's set through the reappeals process, then I think Ripple's in a better situation as is anyway. So they were just hoping that Judge TORRES would come back and basically say, you know what? I'm going to agree with the SEC here. I'm not going to view these as securities. I'm not going to view this as this, and we're just going to move forward and let it be. But she didn't want to go against her first initial ruling, probably because some pride, maybe some power. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But she probably was like, didn't want to change the precedence of it. So she said, hey, go back through the retrial process, go back through the legal channels of it, and let's reevaluate this. That's basically what she said in a nutshell. And it doesn't like Stuart said, it doesn't change anything that they got going on here. It said the court gave us two options: dismiss our appeal challenging the findings on a historic institutional sale, or press forward with the appeal. Stay tuned. Either way, XRP's legal status is not a security, remains unchanged. In the meantime, it's business as usual. When you go through this, they're basically just saying that hey, you just got to take it through the proper channels now. And that's what they're going to do. Oh, Big Bear doing better. Still gained more than Coinbase. Dude, Circle did so good, bro. Circle did so good. How do I leverage trade Circle? You got to do it on like Charles Schwab. You have to do it in contracts, most likely. It's on the NASDAQ, so you have to do it. I don't know where. I don't think there is. Like I said, Charles Schwab's what I use. It's all in contracts. I've never perpetual traded the stock market though. I'm sure there's probably some out there. I'm pretty sure there's probably like Robinhood probably allows you to. I don't know. Does this mean that the price could drop all the way down to $1 or below? No, I don't think so. I think there would be some pretty bad things. Dude, all of this has to be on purpose. They are suppressing Ripple on purpose. They've been doing that, Carpet King, for sure. I just keep losing money with crypto. I started in January and everything just keeps going down. Dude, you got to get into perpetuals, bro. Mark, you got to get into perpetuals. This whole if everyone's out there telling people to like buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, and you're just throwing money at buying the dip, like that's great from a long-term standpoint. But that's not my style, dude. I like DCAing's fine if you want to do it that way. Everyone has their own trading styles, guys. Like I said, I that's one thing I preached on this channel for a long time. And I was doing perpetuals on the side. I was doing things on the side, but I wasn't sharing it with anyone. And then people were like, dude, Austin, why are you not sharing this with people? And I was like, well, it's risky. It's crazy. Is it NASDAQ on BTCC? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think that they trade stocks on BTCC. I don't think that they trade. Yeah. I love Quant, but it's so slow. Yeah. Quant's a slow mover, dude. Don't let Trent hear you say that. What's up, Trent? Good to see you, buddy. Good morning. What's up, Nico? What's up, Nico? We're starting to come down. Look at this, dude. Our shorts are coming down now. You can see, damn, they're coming down. It's coming down fast, dude. So Ethereum just hit 24.19. Solana's down to 142. What is it down to? 140. Why does Solana look funky? Let's see. Solana's at 141.61. Okay, that was weird. Yeah. So we're waiting for Bitcoin to come down. Chainlink's coming down. Let's see. We're still waiting for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's coming, dude. Bitcoin's coming. So let's get back up here to look at it. Yeah, XRP. Definitely this 12-hour candle is looking nasty. That's not looking good from a 4-hour or from a 12-hour. 4 hours looking a little rough too. This 206, this 205 is looking pretty promising. Coinbase is doing well. Yeah, Coinbase is still looking good, dude. They're killing it right now. You're at the mercy of the market spot trading. Yeah, you are at the mercy of like everyone. Like I said, there's a lot of A-teamers here who have jumped on the bandwagon of margin trading and doing perpetuals, and it's done. We've done well. Again, you got to be in the thick of it, right? You can't be one foot in, 1 foot out. You got to have both feet in, or else you're gonna make yourself go crazy. I don't remember on the last stream I was up 20K on my long. I should have sold, got greedy, ignored indicators, still made profit on 15K, but knew this was the learning. Oh man, yeah. You watch 5K walk away. Yeah, sometimes that happens. You know what I mean? Set those trailing stop losses. I know that sometimes greed gets in the way, dude. Trust me, it happens to me sometimes. I'll be up, 150%, and I'm like, oh, let's go to 200% based off indicators, and it drops to like, where I only make 100%. So yeah, it happens to the best of us, dude. But yeah, that's still good. You made 15K profits, bro. Like that's phenomenal, dude. Good for you. Yes, they trade stocks on BT. Oh shit, I didn't know that, dude. I gotta probably play around with that. Dude, that's funny you say that. I didn't even know that. I've just been so focused on crypto. I didn't even realize that they did that. That's badass. So I guess you can trade perpetuals on BTCC. Even better, dude. Let's take a look at that. I guess I didn't even realize that. Oh yeah, you got coin. Well, you got okay. So let's go back here. I guess you go over to what markets? Shit. Where are you seeing this at? Maybe I can't look at it. You could trade on BTCC. Really? Are you sure? Maybe I'm tripping, dude. I don't know. Maybe I gotta probably look for trading pairs, spot favorites. Dude, I don't know where it's at. Damn. Scroll. Let's see if let's just see if like Tesla's on here. Tesla. I don't see Tesla. I don't see any of that kind of stuff. Okay. Market spot. Huh. I don't know. Keep scrolling right on the tabs. Oh, the right on the tabs over here. Okay. Do markets. That's as far as it goes on the tabs. It says infrastructure. Oh, tokenization. Oh, Forex. Tokenization and commodities. Okay, you got the S&P 500. Okay, so you do. I guess you do got like Netflix. Okay, so there are some coins. Okay, you got Coinbase. Okay, so you do have Coin, Tesla. Okay, I guess they do have some stocks in here. Damn, I learned something today. So you love the freaking A team, dude. A team coming in hot. You can. I mean, if you want to, you can probably come on here in short circle. let's see. Let's see. Is Circle even in here? Man, it's funny they don't even show that though. You have to like. I'll have to like favorite that stuff, dude. Oops. All right, I'll play around with it here in a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of cool, dude. How much for VIP? I don't know, man. There you go. Yeah, that's badass. I didn't know that, dude. I didn't know that you could do that. That's freaking awesome, dude. That's pretty badass. Stocks, yeah. Let's see. Do they actually have? They have Coinbase on here. I don't see Circle though. Oh yeah, right. Oh, no, it's Oracle. Yeah, I don't think I see Circle yet. Bad design. That's tucked away. Yeah, that is bad design, dude. I'm gonna provide feedback to them. Be like, dude, you need to like bring this out to the forefront, dude. Just under the USDTM. Yeah, that's pretty badass. So just USDT. So you're just basically using USDT. You could trade Mara. Shit, you could actually come out here and short Mara. Dude, some of these you got to come out and short right now. Gosh dang, like this one right here. I don't even know what this is. Up 9% on the NASDAQ right now. Damn, you better come out and short that. Coinbase token price is a big clue to do the full bull. Yeah, Circle's not there. Yeah, I saw that. I do search to just go all and type in the ticker you're looking for. Okay. Austin's mind blown. Absolutely, Xander. I love it when I appreciate you guys for showing me that. I didn't even know that shit was on here. I've been so focused on crypto. I don't even, Austin has a new game now. I know. Everyone's going to be like, that's so funny, dude. That's so true. I have like this new game. Like, oh, wow. I guess I'm going to go over here and start shorting the S&P 500. I mean, it's only, S&P 500 is, close to all-time highs. It probably is time to short it. Do you fund BCC with Tether, or where are you buying and sending it from? Yeah, I usually just send because I like to keep my KYC, so I don't like to KYC to it. So just enter my email address or any email address, like just a made up email address, put the password in, and then I just transfer straight from I go transfer right here, and then you want to basically transfer crypto. Oh no, you want to go to crypto deposits right here, and then you go over here to USDT. Then I use Ethereum, and then I send it over. Here's the address. So I send it from you can send it from Coinbase, you can send it from a wallet, you can do whatever you want over to here. I actually send it from a MetaMask wallet to Coinbase, or from MetaMask wallet to here. So yeah, it makes it really easy, and I do it with crypto. Yeah, I don't attach anything. So yeah, so far so good, dude. Things have been good. So let's go back here. It's crazy, yeah. ETH is struggling right now. 26.76. We're still about a buck down right now. You can also trade silver and gold. Yeah, gold's probably you need to start shorting gold, dude. No, they didn't play yesterday. They have practice today. So no, they didn't take any more ankles today. But yeah, that was a pretty nasty cutback on that girl, dude. She fell pretty hot. Let's see, what do we got over here? Go to the market tabs. Oh, appreciate you, market trends. You got most of the major ones. Yeah, BTC is awesome. Okay, so market trends is in BTC. Okay, so there's a lot of people over here like BTCC. Yeah, it's the way to go. And if you're on my TikTok and you want to go to BTCC, it's actually in my description box. Just go back to my main name up here. I have my little name. Click on that, and it's actually the first website under there you can click on. So you buying Tether, yeah. Yeah, I'm buying Tether on Meta. You can buy Tether on Meta, or you can send it from like Coinbase. So like I'll send it from like Coinbase to my MetaMask, or from like if I had ETH or anything like that. Yeah. So basically, I'm sending Tether from my MetaMask to the exchange. Yes, keeping it fully decentralized. And that's what I love about BTCC. It's fully decentralized, no KYC, no VPN. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like that's how it should be. That's true decentralization. That's one of the big reasons why I picked them. BTC has major potential if they listen to feedback. They've listened to some feedback, dude, which has been kudos. They've so I put out a tweet in Discord, dude, which they've been phenomenal for. So as you guys know, a lot of the exchanges went down during this last the Israel-Iran conflict, when the head came, when that whole, basically for a Saturday, like trading across where Kraken, Coinbase, everyone was having issues trading. I reached out to BTCC and I was pissed because I was like, dude, we couldn't access, like the A team could not access any of the futures pros out here, any of these the future pro side of it. And I ended up getting liquidated on my XRP. My liquidation price for XRP was 204. And I couldn't access it, dude. When it was at even when XRP was at 210, I saw it coming down. I was trying to access it. I was on the soccer field. I was so mad. I was like, dude, I need to add to my margin because I wanted to get it down. I wanted to get it like, I was going to add more to it because I was going to lose my $1,000. I had like $1,500 in there. I was pissed. And I couldn't get on. And so I let them have it, dude. I let the team over in BTC have it. You know, the great thing that they did? You know what they did? They said, any A team member in your Discord who got liquidated in that event, send us the transaction and send us the user ID, and we'll work on giving them a stipend back for it. And I was like, dude, seriously? I was like, you'll do that? Like, I was so happy. I was like, okay, what other exchange would do that? Probably not a whole lot. And so yeah, I had like probably six A team members from Discord reach out to me, send me over their stuff, and dude, I sent it over to them, and they said, well, we'll be in contact with you in the coming days. That's actually insane, right, Devin? I was like, dude, what exchange does that? If they actually reimburse us for that, dude, like I will probably be indebted to BTCC because that just shows you that they give a shit, and no exchanges give a shit. No exchanges give zero shits about you. And if BTC actually does that for the A team, I might be indebted because that's pretty badass. Yeah, BTC is great for doing that. Absolutely, dude. If they follow through with what they said, I went through each time. I had everyone hit me up on Telegram. I took all their user IDs, I took all their snapshots, everything like that. I sent it over there. I'm the intermediary for the A team here, dude. Like you guys are coming on here. You guys are using BTCC. I'm using BTCC. I want to make sure that like people that are using it are actually taken care of, and that's exactly what it is, dude. That's how you build a loyal customer base. 100%, dude. Margin X screwed so many folks. Luckily, I closed my trades on XRP that night before it went bad. Yeah, it's Alabama. That's what I'm talking about. So a lot of exchanges did that. But BTC, the A team, like I said, this is why I think I'm like, I was so pissed. But then all of a sudden I was like, dude, like they're actually going to take care of it. Like, dude, you got my full, like, hell yeah. BTCC is not going out lightly right now, dude. We're down roughly about $50 right now. BTCC is coming back hot. 107.5 right now, time of this filming, dude. Damn. BTCC is not joking around. The longer this waits out, though, I'm going to tell you this, dude. The longer BTCC fights this, the longer they fight this, dude, the worse it's going to be for BTCC. The worse it's going to be for BTCC. The longer they fight this, dude. This top is topping out right now. 9984. It's really trying hard to freaking liquidate people on this, dude. 107.617. This reminds me of yesterday's liquidation event with Ethereum when Ethereum popped. I like BTC because you can use order mode, and each trade for same crypto is separate, not combined like other exchanges. Oh, you could. I didn't know you could do that. You could use order mode. Oh man, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. I didn't know that. I've just been accumulating the same trade, so that's cool. You can actually separate them. Dude, I think we were looking for that. You keep seeing BTCC. It is throwing me off mentally. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I am saying BTC. I should just say Bitcoin and BTCC. Oh man, that's so funny, dude. Sorry, what exchange? BTCC. It's actually Mikey. If you go to my name up here, click on it, and it's at the very top of my, like, right below my main name on my main TikTok page. I put the website there because I had a lot of people asking me yesterday, the last couple days, so I put it there. BTC in the brain, hell yeah, dude. Do you not submit to the dark side? Fight your bearish tendencies. Come over to the light side. No, we're not. There's no bearishness to it. I just think that you got to play the market trends. I did not know that, Kevin. I'm gonna have to play around with that. I did not know you could actually do a separate order. I'm learning new things every day, dude. Yeah, Judge TORRES news. It doesn't mean it actually. I feel it. I'm gonna play the other way on this. I think it's actually better that they'll be able to go through and restate their case in front of a new set of people, and the SEC is not going to be there throwing out all this bullshit. The SEC is probably going to, agree with them and not push forward on this, and that's probably better. So that's probably going to set better precedents for XRP in their case. The A team is awesome, even teaching the teacher something. Yeah, dude, I'm open for stuff like that, bro. 100%, Scott. That's why I love the A team, man. The Discord is fantastic. I never wanted to do a Discord. Honestly, never wanted to do a Discord. You guys knew that. A lot of you guys joined here, in January. I never wanted to do a Discord. But I'll be honest with you, Discord's been the greatest thing I've put on there because of just all the people I've met and the people that are in there every day talking about trades, and everyone's making really good decisions in there. Everyone's like, helping each other out. Dude, it is phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I don't care if you're part of the Discord or not. It's up to you. I'm just saying, like, it literally is legit. BTC, you can open separate trades in order mode. Go into the futures page, clicking the settings button on the icon top under positions, choose order mode. Dude, that's fantastic, dude. Just found it. Hell yeah, that is the way to do it, dude. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah, the Discord is a lot of fun. Everybody helping everybody. Dude, it is. We've done really well. The A team Discord has definitely made trading fun again. You can ask for help if you're not sure about something, and you can help some of the newer guys. 100% Aircent. That's exactly what it's been about. And it's 24 hours a day. There's people in there from Italy. There's people in there from Europe. There's people in there from America. There's people in there from Thailand. 100%, Gabe. I'm with you, dude. A team rocks. Yeah, you guys are great. You guys are awesome. Everyone here is awesome. H-bar is very unpredictable, dude. H-bar is like the thorn in my side, dude. It's like the bane of my existence right now when it comes to trying to long or short H-bar. It's been so hard to do. And the indicators get so mixed right now. Like, look at this indicator right here. So we just hit the middle of a fair value gap. We created a new fair value gap on the 20-hour, which is right above it on 14.7. The 12-hour is still at the top of the chart here. We don't see another 4-hour until 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The day chart is at the top, which is probably good from a day's charts indicator. The 4 hours at the bottom. But where this gets me, dude, is anytime that the 4 hours at the bottom here, we have a massive rally out of the 4 hour. And if we let's actually move this line over. Let's line this up and see what happened here on the 12-hour. Look at that. That's where the 12-hour. So last time the 12-hour was coming down was right here, okay? So let's go to the 4. Where was the 4 hour at? The 4 hour was at the top. So basically what this is telling me is that when the 4 hours at the top and the 12 hours at the top, we're going to obviously have a significant downcrease, right? Well, when the 4 hours at the bottom, that puts the 12-hour right here. So, I mean, we still have room to come down. It's telling us that, yeah, we could go sideways a little bit here and probably get liquidated in some of these events, but all reality, we're probably going to come down a little bit. But we probably could have a bounce back here. But it's just been so unpredictable with H-bar. I'll admit it's been a hard ride. Yeah, I like helping people, and there is no dumb question in the Discord. I was a noob in December, didn't know Jack. Yeah, dude, Andrew, everyone's grown significantly, dude. Even I've grown, man. We all grow, dude. We all listen, hear, look at different things. We all grow, dude. The more we look at it, the more we grow. I appreciate you, Jimmy. Crypto Mimi, Debbie, I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Scott, now I got to get in Discord back. Been years since I used it. Wonder if they remember me. They'll remember you, dude. Want to play the ADA? No, I'm not touching ADA. Seiko. We got Seiko hunting here. We got Seiko. Good to see you, my guy. I keep shrinking. You're good. I just realized I was on here for an hour and 20 minutes, dude. And I got stuff I got to do today, dude. It is almost noon here. I got some things I got to get done. And I just realized that, dude, I was having so much fun talking to you guys that I totally spaced it. So, yeah, we'll be over in the Discord today. We're going to continue to track our shorts here, continue to track where we're at. Let's cover this before I jump off here. As you can see, Sol is actually up about $28 right now. Ethereum down about $5, and BTC on this position on the isolated side is down about $42. However, on my other side here, I did put out another Bitcoin. Oops, wrong one. I did put out another Bitcoin yesterday on yesterday's stream, which were down about $25, and our link is up about $4. So nothing too crazy. We're kind of going flat right now. Indicators are still telling us down, but we'll see what happens. So with all that, yes, put some dudes up in the chat. Get some A-Team Strong in the house here. Appreciate you guys. This was a great stream, man. And if you are new to crypto, definitely go over, download the BTC thing, and go into the demo side and just learn the perpetuals. That'll be one of the best things you could do to learn that. Don't do anything. Just go over to the demo side, use the fake money, and just learn, dude. Learn how to read the charts, learn how to do all that kind of stuff. It will be one of the best things you do, and you'll actually, most of you will find it enjoyable. A lot of people here on the A team didn't even know what it was, never knew how to do it, and right now they're actually doing a fantastic job. So definitely go do that. And with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Damn, Seiko coming in hot, dropping the freaking 10 membership bomb here. If Seiko gets to do a membership, please say thank you to Seiko, my guy here. And those 10 new members, welcome to the A team. Definitely go join that Discord and come kick it with us. And appreciate you, Seiko, a ton. And with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And with all that said, we're out. Peace out, everyone. Peace out. Peace out, TikTok.